Gypsy Rose Blanchard is going to be on an episode of the Kardashians, and people are not happy. Check this out.
Hi, Gypsy.
Hi.
That was a preview of what's to come this season on the Kardashians, and it looks like Kim is going to be meeting Gypsy Rose. Well, a lot of people have a huge issue with that, including one of Gypsy Rose's biggest followers. Her name is Katie Joy, and she runs the account Without a Crystal Ball. Now, Katie Joy has been a huge supporter of Gypsy Rose for the last however many years, and anyone who follows her account knows that she is a huge advocate for victims. Well, it looks like now she has withdrawn her support for Gypsy Rose. She posted this earlier today saying, "I can't support this anymore." Now, Katie Joy does seem to have a lot of inside information on Gypsy Rose's situation because she's not only friends with Gypsy, she's also friends with Gypsy's stepmother, Christy. Now, Katie Joy posted this comment this morning. "I've stood by for 5 years and supported Gypsy and her family, but I've reached the end of my journey. I've made my feelings known to the family. I made them clear in January. Profiting off murder is wrong. Becoming famous for murder is wrong. Setting up trust funds to bypass laws regarding profiting off crime is wrong. There's no advocacy here. There's only a quest for fame and money." In fact, one of their producers told them, "Go get your bag." They have been hyped up by Melissa Moore, who exploits crime victims and has made Gypsy and her family believe they are famous. Melissa believes Gypsy can get rich off this, according to what I was told. This is what it's about, money. Gypsy was abused, but she still is a murderer. I have been clear about my concerns for months, but I just can't do this anymore. Gypsy isn't a bad person, but bad people in Hollywood are in her head. They believe anyone critical are haters. It is wrong to glorify murder. She was told to stay off social media, but she reopened her accounts. She is getting into fights with people on TikTok and comments. She was told to not get involved with Ken during her divorce by her lawyer. She was told not to speak to the media. I found out a few weeks ago it is Gypsy that is leaking to the tabloids. It's all too much. I just hope at some point they can see that fame and money is not the goal. Meeting Kim Kardashian and the red carpet fanfare is where I tap out, because this was not what they had said they wanted, and that would happen. I wish them the best. Until I can see change and work that is beyond money and fame, this doesn't align with my platform in any capacity. Abuse victims can survive without murdering their abuser. Gypsy does have a micro deletion. I saw the records this winter. She has many actual issues due to the disorder. Dee Dee exaggerated the symptoms for money and attention. I do believe Gypsy's developmental issues are part of this disorder, but that is just my gut feeling. Gypsy did not need a feeding tube and never had seizures. She was abused, but she did not have to kill her mother." Now, soon after Katie Joy posted that, Gypsy Rose's stepmother, Christy Blanchard, posted this. "Maturity is when you realize people can't give you what they can't give themselves. So you stop expecting loyalty from people who betray themselves. Stop expecting honesty from people who lie to themselves. And stop expecting peace from people who are at war with themselves." Now, it did seem a bit vague. I wasn't sure if it was referring to Katie Joy's post until I went to the comments, and they're basically all about Katie Joy. Now, it does look like Katie Joy may have had a change of heart because she did just post this. "I was actually going to show my face today on my channel, but ended up on the phone with Gypsy for almost 3 hours. Now, she has deleted her previous post and uploaded a new one instead, saying, "I have archived my previous posts about Gypsy Rose Blanchard, not because I still don't feel concerned or have issues with the way Lifetime is handling this situation, but because no matter what, my post came from a place of protection. I want to be clear that Christy nor Gypsy manipulate or dictate my feelings about them. When I have a concern, I can always express my feelings to them. I stand firm that I don't like how Lifetime has handled her story. I don't believe the image they portray of her on socials gives the story the seriousness or care that it deserves. Gypsy's not a perfect victim. I don't agree with the fact that she murdered Dee Dee, but the thing about Gypsy is that she doesn't believe she should have murdered her mom either. I don't have to support every decision that she makes to still want the best for her and her family. Gypsy is impulsive. She will tell you that herself. She also has trauma from her abuse and often reacts from a trauma response when she feels out of control. She isn't an evil, horrible human. She is flawed, like we all are. My concern for her is that she takes care of herself. I sometimes forget that she's under contract and has a massive network that is pushing all of this out. So much of what is posted on her social media is done by Lifetime. Gypsy and I had a very long conversation today, and I was very, very open with her about my concerns. She heard them and agreed that she does need to take a step back. I will never pile on her. I will never hate her for her crime. I will support her taking care of herself and getting help. I don't want my friendship of 5 years with Christy to end over Lifetime's agenda. Christy isn't a bad person. She's a fierce, protective mom. But my favorite thing about Christy and Gypsy is that I can tell them that I do not agree with what I am seeing and they don't get mad. Gypsy is not in violation of the terms of her parole. Lifetime is using her platforms for promotion. She's also allowed to be paid to share her life today because it has nothing to do with her crime. Gypsy will never convince the public of who she is or who she is not.